binaries. So welcome to the Nadex Application and Strategy webinar series. My name is John Skelton. I'm with apexinvesting.com. And if you're familiar with Apex, you'll know that Apex and Nadex are completely separate. Okay, two different companies. Nadex is not owned by Apex. Apex is not owned by Nadex. Nadex is the exchange. Apex, we're a educational company. We're a group of traders helping traders. I'll tell you a little more about us here in a second. Let's knock out some disclosures. Trading futures, options, or any financial instrument involves risk, may not be suitable for every investor. Information contained here in this webinar is the property of Apex Investing, may not be shared or distributed without written permission. And the information here in this webinar is for educational and informational purposes only, and it's not a solicitation of an offer or an offer to buy or sell any particular financial instrument offered by Nadex, and as always, past performance not indicative of future results. So, like I said, Nadex is the exchange. If you pop on over to nadex.com, you can read through the top tabs here and get some more information about Nadex. Nadex basically offers two different products. Okay, they offer binary options, which we'll be talking about tonight, and they offer spreads, which we've talked about some over the last few weeks. You can get some basic education on them here. I'll show you where you can get some more in-depth information as well. But I want to draw your attention right here to the trading tab. If you go to the second one down, demo trading platform, if you don't have one of these already, go ahead and sign up for one right now. Even while we're on this webinar, it'll definitely help you kind of follow through with us. But Nadex will give you a free demo trading account. All right, they'll give you $25,000 of trading, fake trading money, demo money that you can play with. All you got to do is select a username, fill out some quick information, and hit submit. In just a moment, you'll get an email with a temporary password. You can log right into the demo platform. All right, so that way you have a demo platform here you can go into and get familiar with the different products that Nadex offers as far as the binaries and spreads. How to navigate through the platform, entering and exiting orders. You can test out any new strategies or system using your demo account, not your live money. Anytime you test something new or trying something out, it's a very expensive way to educate yourself by blowing your live money. You want to use your demo account and get familiar with what you're doing there and test any new strategies or systems. Master it in demo, be profitable in demo. Then you can move over to live and implement your system there. Then utilize your demo account to add on another strategy or system. Okay, so if you don't have one of those, take advantage of that right now. Get a free Nadex demo account. All right, from there, hop on over to our website. Go to apexinvesting.com. All right, I'm going to show you where you can get some free info here and where you can find some of these webinar recordings. But hop on over to apexinvesting.com. Go right here to join free now. You can create a free username and password and get full access to our complete education and literally hundreds of hours of information here. Once you get over to our site, there's a lot of info here. Don't be overwhelmed. Just a couple things to bring your attention to. Right here under the weekly webinar calendar, if you click this, you'll see that we do these webinars for Nadex every Monday night at 7 p.m. All right, so you can register and join us there. We'll we sometimes do some shows and some webinars throughout the week as well that you can hop on with us, teaching strategies and systems and, trading psychology and all kind of good information there. You're more than welcome to join us absolutely free. Right here under the Binary Essentials tab, you can get some good information here about some different ways that we trade Nadex binaries. You go down to the third tab. I'm going to reference this tab right here several times tonight. Right here, the third one down, trading system courses. These are all kind of different ways that we trade Nadex binaries. Okay, and you'll see a couple of them here: sharpshooter, binary hunter, 5-minute trend catcher. I want to re-reference these tonight because those are the three that we use to trade 5-minute binaries. Okay, and I'll show you a couple examples of how we use those tonight. But then you can go right in here anytime you like and click on one of these and go through and watch the complete course. Okay, it'll go through and show you step by step exactly what we do. Show you some live trades, setting up the charts, finding the right binary, entry and exit rules, exactly how we trade them. Okay, I'm just going to briefly cover them tonight. We're not going to get into a lot of details of the system because it would take us hours to do that. But if you're interested in finding out more, you can go through and watch those anytime. Here, right here under the questions tab, second one down, trading questions forum. This is an area where you can get just a wealth of information here. Okay, forum's broken down into several different sections, kind of S1, section 2, and so on. One of the places I'd tell you to go right here to the general trading forum is right here. You can do this and why. The trading forum is a place, we have over 15,000 members here at Apex, and several different people are all using different systems. And you can go through here and see what people are doing. These are posts from our trade rooms, posts from people trading different systems. You can see, you know, what kind of success and results they're having with each different system, and you can ask questions. They'll post their charts in there. You can kind of learn from others and see what others are doing. It's a great place to check out there, check out some different systems. Or you can scroll down here to section 10, to S10, under systems. And again, you can go through and see all our different systems that we use to trade Nadex binaries, Nadex spreads, other instruments as well. You can see step-by-step training videos, screenshots, written out rules, and discussion back and forth between other traders. You scroll a little further down here, and Rochelle, this will answer your question as well. Right here, watch webinars here. This is just a wealth of information here, complete library. So you see right here, we've got Nadex binary webinars, Nadex spread webinars, Nadex platform tutorials, anything you'd possibly want to know about spreads or binaries. There's a ton of information here, a bunch of different ways to trade them, scalp them, strategies, systems. Check that out. But right here under newest webinars, like I said, this webinar tonight's being recorded, and it will go up right here. I'll have it up later tonight. Or you can go back right here, last Monday Nadex webinars 1228, common misconceptions with Nadex spreads. That's the one you were asking about there, Rochelle. For any of you that are trading spreads or interested in spreads, I definitely recommend you go back and watch that. It's a longer webinar, and I did a little bit different type of webinar last week. I didn't use PowerPoint and slides so much. I pulled up charts. Any of you that were on it know it was a little bit different. Pulled up charts and I wrote on the charts and marked up charts and kind of really gave you a good visual understanding of spreads. I would definitely say to watch that. Tonight we're going to be talking about binaries. We're not going to really go through binary basics. So if any of you are brand new and you're not really 100% sure about Nadex binaries, again, you can go back and catch up on any webinars here. They're marked Monday Nadex webinars. So common misconception about spreads, choosing the right binary. A couple weeks ago or early in December, I reviewed the basics. You can see it right here. The basics of Nadex spreads, Nadex binaries 101. So if you're brand new to either one of them, watch one of those. That is a very basic, hey, I just heard about Nadex. I don't know anything. What is a binary? How does it work? What is a spread? How does it work? That's a 101, elementary, hold my hand, walk me through it. What is a binary? So if anything tonight kind of confuses you, you don't quite have binaries down 100%, or you're brand new, follow along. You'll still be able to follow along with us tonight, but be sure to go back and watch that webinar right there, Nadex Binaries 101, and that will clear up any questions you might have there. Okay, so sign up for a free Nadex demo account. Hop on over there and sign up get your free username and password here with us at Apex. You can take advantage of all the free education. While you're at it, hop on to facebook.com/apexinvesting. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. It's a great place to be kept up to date on any upcoming webinars, any webinar recordings that are posted, new strategies, new system, great trades from our trade room, good articles, any big news events you might need to be aware of that could affect your trading. If you like us on Facebook there, you'll get notified of any of our posts and anything coming up that you might need to be aware of there, or some free tools that you could take advantage of. So anyway, take advantage of those free tools there that I just showed you. And so tonight, basics of 5-minute binaries. What is scalping? How to scalp with 5-minute binaries. How to pick the right binary and low-risk trading. Okay, so we're going to kind of jump into the world of 5-minute binaries. And like I said, if you need a review of binary basics, check out those videos I just showed you there. But in a nutshell, what is a binary option? Okay, it's a true or false statement. It's either yes or no. All right, the statement will happen or it will not happen. And at expiration, a binary is either worth 0 or it's worth $100. We can hold it till expiration or we can exit it early. All right, let me just give you a quick example of what I mean here. Let's set the stage. If I was to pull up Forex binaries, and let's just pull up the euro dollar, and let's pull up these right here that expire at 9 p.m. tonight Eastern time. By the way, any time frames you ever see on the Nadex platform are Eastern time. Okay, so right here, all these different strike prices right here, each one of these is a different binary contract. Okay, if I were to click this one right here, for example, what is this contract saying? What is this binary saying? Well, the statement is that the euro dollar will be greater than 1.0827 at 9 p.m. tonight. Okay, so will the euro dollar be greater than that tonight at 9 o'clock? Well, right now it's at, see right here, Nadex indicative, right now it's at 1.0824. Do I think it's going to be above 0827 at 9 o'clock? If I say yes, I think it is going to be, then I want to buy it right here on the offer side. If I buy it for $49 and it does expire greater than 0827, then I was correct, the statement is true, and this contract will then be worth $100. Okay, so I'd make about $50, $51, $52 on it. If at 9 p.m. it is not above 0827, then it's worth 0. Okay, simple as that. If I think, nope, I don't think the euro dollar would be greater than 0827. I think it will be less than 0827. I think this statement is false. Well, then I don't want to buy it. I want to sell it. So it's that simple. It's a true or false statement. And at expiration, meaning at 9 p.m., this contract is either worth $100 or it's worth $0. Okay? And if I were to buy it, I'm saying yes, I think it will be. If I'm going to sell it, I say no. Okay? So it's simply am I right or wrong there. Now, at expiration is worth 0 or 100. But I do not have to hold a binary all the way until expiration. I can get out of it early. I can get out of it right now where it's 7:16 Eastern time. This particular binary does not expire until 9 p.m. So I've got about an hour and 45 minutes until expiration. I can hold it all the way to expiration, or I can get out of it early. Okay, so how would I do that? Well, let's just say, for example, that I were to say, okay, my strategy or system, my charts, my indicator, whatever my system is, I think that the market is going up and that I think it will expire above 0827 at 9 o'clock. So I want to buy it because I say, yes, I think the statement is true. So I buy it. And, oh, hold on here just a second. I think they were having some, I know Nadex was working on their demo accounts earlier today. Let me just see here. They might not have quite got that fixed for us just yet. Let me check on that. 1 second here. All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're still working on their demo side. But basically, if I were to buy this contract right here, okay, and I was to buy it for $47, well, if I buy something, what do I have to do to get out of it early? Well, I'd have to sell it, right? Well, this is the amount that I can buy this contract for. This is the amount I can sell it for. So right now, if I were to buy it for $47.25, I could immediately sell it and get out of it for $37. Now, there's no reason I'd want to do that, right? If I'm buying it for $46.50, thinking that it's going to go up in value, right? Well, let's say I'm right and it starts going up in value. Okay, well, what happens here? Well, look at some of these other ones that have different strikes. Well, this one's 47, this one's 64, this one's 80, right? So say I were to buy it for $47, the market started going up, and all of a sudden I could sell it for $71, let's just say. Okay, and all right, well, I can buy it for 47, get out of it for 70. I can make 25 bucks on it and get out. I can choose to hold it all the way to expiration to try to get the full 100, right? The full $100, full $100 that it's worth. Or I might get into something around 49, 50 bucks. It starts going in my direction and I'm up 20 or 25, 30 bucks in profit and I just want to get out. Okay, that's what we call scalping. It's just quick in and out. It's not holding something all the way to expiration. It's just, hey, my strategy or system is telling me that the current, immediate, right now trend of the market is going up. So I want to get into something, let it go up in value, get out real quick. Okay, it's just scalping. I'm getting in real quick for 20, 25, 30 bucks, getting out. Okay. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, why wouldn't I want to hold it all the way till expiration? Okay. Why would I not want to get more money? Well, maybe I don't have time to sit here till 9 o'clock to hold on to it. Maybe I have to go do something. All right. Maybe, hey, my strategy or system is telling me the market's going up. So, you know, I want to get in this right now. It's going in my direction. I'm up 20 or 30 bucks, but maybe the market looks like it's slowing down. Or maybe my indicator is starting to turn the other way. So instead of just letting it go all the way against me and lose, I'm happy just taking my quick 20, 30 bucks and get out. All right. Why would I not want to do that? All right. William says, what is scalping again? I just got on the webinar. Well, for example, William, let's say I bought, like I said, my strategy or system tells me the market's going up. So let's say I want to buy this particular binary right here. I'm going to buy it for $49, right? Well, let's say the market starts going in my direction. Okay. Well, right now I can sell this one for $49. Meaning if I buy it, but I want to get out of it early, I can sell it for this price here. Okay. Well, let's say I buy it, market starts going up in my direction. Instead of this being like 49 and 59, maybe it's 79 and 88, right? The price is going up. So I buy it for 55, 60 bucks, and I can get out of it for 80 bucks, just for a quick 20, 25 bucks. I don't have to hold a binary all the way to expiration. Okay, I can just get in it and get out of it. All right, or let's say this binary right here, I can buy for $24. Market starts going in my direction, and let's say I can get out of it at $46 at that time. All right, just get out of it for 20 or 30 bucks. I'm just scalping. I'm just getting in and out real quick. Okay, so that's what I mean by scalping, as opposed to buying or selling a binary and holding it all the way to expiration. Meaning instead of holding it all the way till it being worth 0 or 100, I'm just saying, all right, market's going a certain direction. Let me get in this binary, let it move a little bit, get out. Okay. Sam says, can you use the same strategies of trading Forex and futures and apply it to binary options? Sam, you can. You know, test that out in a demo. It all depends on your strategy or system. But, you know, if you're trading futures, for example, or Forex, and you're, you know, a scalper, all you're looking for is, you know, you're not necessarily looking at what's the monthly or the weekly trend doing. You know, you're not looking to get into a trade that's lasting weeks or lasting days, really. You're looking like right now, like what is the current right now trend of the market? And I just want to get in on that trend, let it move, and get out. Okay? So if you have a great strategy that's working for you to do that on Forex or futures, then yes, you can apply that to binaries and check it out. You just have to look at the time frame of it, you know, because with futures and options and with day trading those, you know, you're not necessarily limited to, you know, some of the time constraints that you are on binaries. You know, you might be trading 5-minute binaries or 20-minute binaries or hourly binaries or daily binaries. You just have to figure out which one of those works the best for you. Okay, so you could, you know, whatever strategy or system you have there, you can definitely test that out with binaries. Okay, and definitely utilize your demo account for that. Sam, you say, is trading Forex more similar to the binary options then? No, I mean, Forex and futures, you know, you're looking at X amount of dollars per tick. Binaries don't work that way. It's not a certain dollar amount per tick, because it is an option. It's all based on, the movement of the market and the closer of the time till expiration. And it's a true or false statement. If the this statement right here, the market would be above 0831 by 9 p.m. Well, the closer you get to 9 p.m., if the market's, way below that, the more that value is going to work down to zero, because that expiration has got to be 0 or 100. That's why these are priced differently. Some of these are priced really high because the statement's already true. Some of these are priced really low because the market have to move a lot for it to happen and be true. So it's what they call a Black-Scholes model in pricing. Okay, so check that out. Juan, we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. Okay. Let me see. I'm just checking out a few questions here. Separate option. Bashan, you not sure quite what you mean there. Yeah, because if you go in and you buy, if you buy an option, if you buy a binary, okay. Oh, they're still having trouble. If you buy a binary, it'll go into your open positions here. You just click it to sell out of it. You don't have to go here to try to find some other one or make sure you choose the same one. Once you buy it and it's in open positions, you just click it and you can sell out of it right there to make sure you got the right one. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. Okay. Yes, or if you sell a position and you want to get out of it early, then yes, you would just buy it back. But again, once that position is in here, you just click it and it'll automatically, like if I buy it and it's in here under my open positions, I just have to click it and it'll already be marked as a sell because that's the only thing I can do with it, right? Or if I sell it and it's in here, I click it, it'll automatically open a ticket to let me buy it back, all right? Because that's the only thing I can do there. So that's why it's easier not to, if I buy one up here and then I want to sell, instead of going here, just go right to your open positions there, and that will do it for you, okay? All right, so let's just move on a little bit here. Everybody understand what scalping is then? You can hold a binary all the way until expiration, or you can get in it and it's moving your direction, going up a little bit in value, and you just get out of it, okay? It's very, very simple. I mean, just to give you an idea on a chart, and we'll look at these some more later. If I have something on my chart that's telling me, okay, boom, market's going up, well, I could choose to get in a binary and hold it all the way to expiration and just hope that the market doesn't turn around before it expires, right? Because that's the thing is, hey, well, why would you want to get in and just make 25 bucks on something when you could hold it and make 40 on it? Well, if something tells me that the market's going up, I buy a binary for 50 bucks, market keeps going up, now all of a sudden it's worth 75 or 80 bucks, I could get out of it and say, boom, I just grabbed $30 profit, I'm happy. Yeah, it might keep going up and expire and I get 40 or 50. Or what happens if it starts to come back down against me before expiration, right? We don't know that. It all depends on what strategy or system you're doing. So that is what scalping is hey, there's a trend. Am I wanting to ride the whole trend and try to get every single thing I can out of it and then let it come against me? Or do I want to see, okay, I'm identifying an immediate trend in the market. I'm going to get in, grab some money out of the market, and get out. That's what scalping is. Okay, so Ronald, so when scalping, if I buy at 40, do you mean when I sell, I subtract whatever the buying price from the selling? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Ronald. So basically, if you were to buy, this is the buy side. The offer is the buy side. The bid is the sell side. Okay, so if you were to buy this one right here for 49 bucks, let's just call it 50 bucks. Okay. and let's say the market started moving up. Let's say the market went up, let's just say 6 ticks, right? Well, look here, 827, or I'm sorry, let's say it went up 8 ticks. So what's the difference here? Look at this ladder. This ladder can kind of give you an idea. Okay? So look, right here, 0827. This strike price, 0827, I can buy for 50 bucks. Well, if the market went in my direction 8 ticks, that means I'm in the money more 8 ticks. Well, what is 8 ticks more in the money here? 0819, right? Well, what can I sell that for? About 75 bucks. So if I were to buy this for 50 bucks, it goes up 8 ticks, I know I can probably sell it for about 75 bucks, right? So I buy something, it's moving my direction, boom. So whatever I bought it for, compared to whatever price I get out at, that's my to keep, minus commissions. You know what I mean? No, 8 ticks means the market moving 8 ticks, not $8. It's right here, the Nadex indicative, 0825. We're on a chart, okay? The market's at, wherever the market is. If it went up 8 ticks, 8 pips, whatever you want to call it, okay? All right, that's what I'm talking about there. Not $8. I'm talking about 8 ticks in movement, because with a binary, it's all about the strike price. All right, it's saying, hey, yes or no, will this binary expire above or below here? Okay. All right. So yeah, pip. Yeah, you can call it a pip, a tick, either way, whatever you want to call it. So, all right. So let's move forward here. Let's talk a little bit about 5-minute binaries. So Nadex has all kind of different binaries. They have weekly binaries, daily, intraday, 20 minutes, and 5 minutes. You can go right on their site and see that. Just right here, even on the euro dollar that we're looking at. We've got binaries that opened up at 6 p.m. They expire at 8 p.m. We had some that opened at 7. They expire at 9. Got these right here that are 3 a.m., 7 a.m. We even have weekly binaries that don't expire until Friday. Okay? So you have all kind of different binaries to choose from there. On the U.S. indices, all right, the stock indices like, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell, same thing. There's hourly binaries during the daytime, there's weekly, there's dailies, and there's 20-minute binaries on these 4 indices here. All right. On your FX pairs, which are Forex pairs, okay, you see there's all kind of different, there's 10 different Forex pairs here to choose from that all have dailies and weeklies and hourlies. But Nadex also has 5-minute binaries on these 4 Forex pairs: Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, pound dollar, and dollar yen. Okay, so on these 4 pairs, they have 5-minute binaries. What do I mean by that? I mean every 5 minutes a new binary starts and then expires 5 minutes later. Okay, as you see right here, these are all going to expire at 7:35 p.m. in 1 minute and 36 seconds. As soon as those expire, a new set of binaries will open up that will expire at 7:40, and then a new one that expires at 7:45. Literally every 5 minutes, okay, every 5 minutes there's a new set of binaries that open up on these 4 different pairs, okay? And they have 11 expirations an hour, meaning they don't have 5-minute binaries that start at the 55 of an hour and end on the 0 of an hour, okay? So meaning they'll have an expiration at 7:35, 7:40, 7:45, 7:50, 7:55, but there won't be one at 8 p.m., but then there will be one at 8:05 p.m., all right? So and they have these binaries 23 hours a day, all right? They're not available between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern, but otherwise you literally have, between these 4, you have 44 expirations an hour, 23 hours a day on these binaries. In addition to all the other binaries that Nadex offers, the dailies, the weeklies, the hourlies, the intradays, just on these alone you have 44 expirations, okay, an hour. All right, so Nadex offers a lot of different ones, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, and so on. So the power of the 5-minute binaries is that they are very quick, and you have a ton of expirations. All right, you see what's happening on the screen there? We've got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, boom. Those all expired, and see, here's the new ones for the next 5 minutes. Okay, so that's George, that's just their schedule. Okay, that's just their schedule, so they're not expiring at the same time as some of the hourlies. Okay, but you have 44 expirations an hour just on these 5-minute binaries. So that creates a lot of opportunity for you. Okay, especially if you're a part-time trader. I mean, even if you're a full-time trader, that's a ton of opportunities. Okay, but even as a part-time trader, if you don't have a lot of time to trade, maybe you're trading early morning before you go to work, maybe you're trading on your lunch break, or maybe you're trading when you get home at night. And some people say, hey, you know, I've only got a few hours a week to trade, and I've only got a few hours at night to trade, and only a few days a week to trade, and I like binaries, you know, and so there's nothing wrong with, you know, at night me wanting to look at these binaries that expire every hour on the hour, but you know, I don't have a lot of time. I need something that's a little faster pace. I need a little more going on. Well, you could look at the 5-minute binaries. All right, if you can only trade from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, instead of just having those hourlies to choose from, you've got 44 expirations each hour for 2 hours straight. Gives you a lot more opportunities there. Okay, so that's what 5-minute binaries are. All right, and on the 5-minute binaries, each one they offer 5 different strike prices, as you see right here. You also see they're very close: 71.93, 71.90, 71.87. They're 3 ticks apart here. Okay, that's Aussie dollar right here on euro dollar. Okay, same thing. 5 strikes, very, very close. All right, and I want to bring your attention to something here. Let's look here. What is this strike right here? 119.47. What can that one be bought for? 14 bucks. Just 3 ticks difference. 119.44, 25 bucks. Just look from 44 to 41, 83 bucks. All right, because these things are so close, and all right, and they expire so quickly, they move in value very, very quickly. So you'll see there's a huge difference in the pricing with just a few ticks of difference here. So what does that mean for a scalper? So as a scalper, are we looking for a huge 2-deviation move? Are we looking for hundreds of points movement in the market? Or we just really need a few ticks, a couple of ticks, to be able to get in and grab 20, 30 bucks and get out? All right, does everybody see that? What I'm trying to explain there? Okay, I mean, just look here from 47 to 41, just 6 ticks of difference of $8 to $90 on the buy side. You see that? So it does not take a whole lot of movement to make a good bit of difference there, right? You see the difference? Okay. Let me just look here at a couple of questions. I want to make sure, if I don't answer your question right now, I'm just trying to keep us on track, and I'll try to come back and grab it. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to keep us on track so we don't go down here or go too long here. One, if I buy at a price of 55 and it goes down to 45 for a good neutral time and shows to start going down, can I sell at 45 to be safe and only lose 5 on? Yeah, Juan, if you buy something at 55 bucks and it starts to go against you and you see that you can sell it for 40, yeah, you can sell it for 40 and just take a $15 loss. You don't have to just let it go all the way against you to 0 and lose the whole 50. So yes, we talked about being able to exit early. That's kind of what scalping is, just get in and out. So yeah, if you buy something and it's going up, for example, in your direction, and you want to grab 20 or 30 profit and get out, great. Or let's say you buy something for 50 bucks and it's going against you and it goes down to 30 and you want to get out of it. That way you only lose 20 instead of losing the whole 50. Yes, you can get out of something early either way, whether it's going in your favor or against it. Okay. Is it best to trade 5-minute binaries with the real-time 5-minute charts? Ronald, I'll show you a couple different ways that we kind of trade them, and I'll show you where you can get some more in-depth info and videos on how we trade them. But yes, you always want to definitely use live charts. Okay. Michael, I'm not sure what you mean. Could you sell then immediately sell at same combo? I'm not. Okay, and buy at same combo. Not quite sure what you mean there, Michael. If you can clarify that. I mean, if I buy this right now and I immediately sell it, I can immediately sell it for whatever the listed price here, and I would immediately take a loss because there's a difference here. Okay, I'd want it to go in my direction before I scalp it and try to get out. You know what I mean? I need to see some prices there. Okay, Sam, I'll show you all that here in just a second. Okay. All right. So everybody see what I'm talking about there? All right, look, some new ones just started while I was talking. We've still got 4 minutes and 11 seconds to expiration. So again, 3 ticks difference here between these strike prices, right? 8, 14, 30, and 74. Right? That's a good difference there, especially these two right here. Because where's the market? 119.40, almost at 41. So where is it? It's right in between these two strikes here, right? Between 42 and 39. So look at the difference here. If I was to buy this one for 35 bucks, the market went in my direction just 3 ticks, what would it be? What could I sell it for? 73. Okay, so just a few ticks would make a difference of what? 35, 30 bucks, a little more than 30 bucks. So scalping, whether you're going for 20, 25, 30 bucks with these 5-minute binaries, it just does not take a whole lot of movement to make that difference there. Does everybody see what I'm talking about here? Yes, with 1 minute to go, or I'm sorry, with 30 seconds to go, okay, the market makers are no longer quoting these big quantities, all right? So it's kind of hard to get out of these the last 30 seconds, all right? So if you're scalping, you want to be out of it before the last 30 seconds, all right, of this clock right here. Okay, so it's called the dark zone. Okay. Okay, William, can you talk about how the offer price is set in relation to the indicative and how it moves? That's actually, it all is based on the probability of this statement being true or not. Okay, it has nothing to do with a dollar per tick or anything like that. It's simply, will the market be above 119.42? What is the probability of that happening? All right, why is this one priced so low? Well, because the market's only at 0.40. So it has to move up 2 ticks for this to expire true in just 2 minutes. That's why it's priced so low. Why is this one priced so high? Well, because the market's already above 39. Okay? But now as the market's coming down closer to 39, the price is going down. All right, for more information about that, I can show you where you can watch a video to kind of get a little more information on that. Okay? So let's just keep on track here, and I'll try to look at some of these questions here in just a bit. All right, so we talked about what are 5-minute binaries. I showed you examples of how just with a few ticks of movement, the price can be very, very different. So it doesn't take a whole lot of movement to be able to get in there and get a quick scalp. All right, so that's what scalping is. It's short-term, quick trades, just quick in and out. It's not holding till expiration. It's just getting in, let the value go up, and get out. All right, you're taking advantage of the quick, small moves. For an example, would be buying at 30 and getting out at 60. All right, very good for part-timers, people that don't have a lot of trading or a lot of time to trade. Okay, let's see here. I'm just kind of skipping forward here. We covered quite a bit of this. Now, some people really jump on this bandwagon and they say, ooh, I love that. I love being able to go in and buy something for 30 bucks. I'm only risking $30 and get out of it at 60 real quick. Oh, I love that. I don't mind risking 25, 30 bucks. You know, I don't really want to buy those $80 binaries. I don't like that. I don't want to risk 80. Okay, but I don't mind. Yeah, I'll buy something for 25 or 30 bucks. If I can buy it for 25 bucks and it goes up to 50, I get out, I double my money, I love that. I want to do that every 5 minutes. Well, of course, don't we all, right? We'd all love to double our money every 5 minutes, okay? But what you have to be aware of here is something I always stress, very big, when it comes to the 5-minute binaries, or to any binaries, or should I say when it comes to out of the money binaries, these cheaper ones. Oh, hey, look, I can buy this one for 18 bucks, 17 bucks. If I buy it, okay, I'm only risking $17. Ooh, I like that. I'll do that all day long. So I'm just going to wait, and every time this pops up a new one, I'll just, there we go, risk 20. Let's just do it. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, you can't just go in and buy something or sell something because it's cheap and it's a good risk reward in your head, because it's not a good risk reward if you have no idea which direction the market is going. Okay, because you have to have an idea of what direction the market is going in order to take that out of the money cheaper binary. Because otherwise, if you just randomly go in and you just buy some random $20 or $30, because when you buy, you say the market's going up, but all the charts are going down, that's just throwing your money away. You're just gambling. If you're just randomly going in and taking low-risk trades, trying to scalp them, you're not trading. You're just straight up gambling. You have to have a strategy or system behind it. You have to have something telling you the immediate direction of the market. Okay? So keep that in mind there. Tess, why is my working order tab? Give Nadex a call. They're doing some upgrades right now to the demo platform that might be affecting why your working orders aren't kind of showing up right there. Okay. Let's see here. Just checking on some questions here. Would you keep your risk around 20? TZ, a lot of times with this scalping, okay, what I'm trying to do is get something for like 25, 30 bucks, and I'm not even putting a stop. If I buy this one for $27 and it goes against me and I'm wrong, I'm not going to get out of it when it gets down to 10 bucks. I'm not using a stop loss. I'm going to risk that whole 26 bucks. So I'm going to buy it for 26, say, and try to get out of it at about 50. Okay, I don't have to have a stop loss if I'm using these cheaper ones. If I'm getting something for 20 or 30 bucks and I'm just trying to make 20 or 30 bucks, that's pretty much a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio there. So I'm not going to have a stop loss on that. Okay, Abdul, yes, you can scalp the 20-minute binaries, the hourly binaries, anything you want to do there. You can scalp. We're just focusing tonight on kind of the 5-minute binaries because there's so many of them. They're so quick and they're great for especially like part-time traders. Okay. Yeah, Juan, I'll show you here in just a second how you can get some more information about that. Okay. And yeah, and Rochelle, yeah, so several you were asking about charts and indicators and how do you tell which way the market's going. I'll show you a little about that here in a second where you can get some more info on it. Okay, we're not going to be digging in too crazy deep tonight into all the different strategies and indicators and systems. I'm going to kind of show you a few, how we do, and then show you where you can go in and watch full step-by-step training on how to do them, how to set the charts up, and then hop in and do some demo trading on them. Okay, so all right, so that is 5-minute binaries there. Again, you have to have a reason. You can't just take a trade due to the low risk. You have to know what is going on with the markets. All right. I want to show you a quick example here. We've kind of talked about this. Look at this screenshot here. See these different strike prices, right? I want you to draw your attention to this one right here. 119.53 is the strike price. Okay, that's the binary strike price on this particular contract. What can I buy it for right now? 10 bucks. Well, where is the market? Because this strike says the market will be above 119.53. The market right now is at 119.49.75, right? So it's 3 ticks below, like it's below the market. Okay, so it's got to move, right? It's at 0.49. This contract says it's got to be above 0.53. So the market's going to have to move up in order for this contract to go up in value. Does that make sense? Does everybody get that? I want to be very elementary right here. If anybody doesn't get exactly what I'm saying here, speak up. So this contract says the market's got to be above 0.53. Right now, it's at 0.4975. So it's only priced at 10 bucks. All right, so let's look here. So keep in mind, 4975. Now it's 499. So it's went up just a little bit, right? Not much, just a little bit. Now where are we at? 2450. Right? Okay. Let's look. Now it's at 0.51. All right, now we're at 33. Now it's at what? 0.52. Now we're at what? 50 bucks. All right, does everybody see that difference? Just in a couple of ticks movement there, how big a difference that made in the price, right? So let's put that into perspective. What are we looking at here? What is 3 ticks? What does this really mean, 0.53 to 0.56? Well, let's look at a chart. Let's just pull this up on a chart real quick. Let me just pull up one thing. Let me see if I can put this in a little better perspective for you. Okay, let's give this just a second to pop up, because I want you to really see this here. TZ, my question is, would you limit your risk at around 25 or 30, or would you risk more 35 to 40 out of the money? TZ, that's up to you. I mean, I do that sometimes. I'll do 30, 35. You know, if I'm buying something, if I'm doing something for 20, 25 bucks, you know, then I know I don't have to have a stop loss, and I can try to scalp for 20, 25 bucks. If I'm doing a little bit more, like I'm risking 35 or 40, which at times I prefer to do, you know, I like to be closer to the strike there. You know, I might go for a little more. I might be like, all right, if I'm risking 35 or 40, I don't want to go for just 20. You know, I want to try to go for 30. You know, so I might try to go for a little bit more. I mean, you might have a little higher probability going with a little bit more there. But 2025 is I don't want to say it's easier, but it can be. Like 25 bucks with scalping with these 5-minute binaries is pretty easy to get out of them. Okay, I mean 30 is too, but you know, if you're risking 20 and you get out at 20, great. If you're going to risk 35 or 40, then you might want to go for closer to 30. All right, might want to even out your risk to reward there a little bit more. Okay. All right. So real quick here, we all see the difference of what this makes, right? With just a few ticks of movement. Everybody's got that part, right? So what is just a few ticks of movement? Are we talking about major, huge moves in the market? No. Where's the market right now? 119.24, and it just moved to 25. Just moved to 26. You see that? See, when I first clicked on here, it was at 24. Then it went to 25. Then it went to 26. So 24 to what? Where's 27? Right there. Like, that's the difference. All right. Look at where we are. I just want to show you something here. Here's 27. Okay. And here's 24. That little difference right there is 3 ticks. Remember a second ago when I said, okay, the market right now is at 24. Remember? Now where is it? It's down here at 21. Is 3 ticks of movement really that much? By the way, look at the timestamps down here. When did we start this webinar? Back here at 7 o'clock when the market was at 119.48. Everybody see that off to the right-hand side of the screen, the price right there, 48. All right, market went up, market's come down, it's popped up, it's come down. We've had over 25 ticks of movement just since we've been on this webinar, okay? Just while I'm talking here, we've gone from 24 to 26 to 21. Does everybody see what I'm saying here? 2 or 3 ticks of movement to get that scalp, it's not a lot of movement in the market, right? Everybody see that? Everybody get that and see it visually? I don't want to just show you this on some fancy little PowerPoint slide. I'm showing you a live chart right here with live data, okay? I mean, let me just scroll this chart back to earlier today. I mean, put it this way. Each one of these bars, so you see this bar, it closed up green, okay? Then there's another bar and another bar and another bar. Each bar is 1 tick. Does that make sense? Each bar is 1 tick. See these squares right here? These are 5-minute squares, what we call expected range. See this? Where did this one start here? Right at 9:55 or 19:55. It will expire, okay, at 8 o'clock. So basically, when you're looking back here, you can see these squares represent a 5-minute time frame of when a binary started and when it would have expired. So I can look and say, okay, in this 5-minute time frame, with this 5-minute binary contract going on, what was the market doing? How many ticks could I have got out of it? What kind of scalps could have I done? Okay, and let's just kind of go back here. Let's look at today, like during the daytime. Let me widen this out so you can see a little better. Or even in the morning here. I mean, you see this movement, and you can see the timestamp here. This is 11, 11:02, 11:07, 11:09. I'm not showing you hours or days or weeks of a chart here. This whole screen you see here was an hour. All right, and this is just one Forex pair. This is the dollar yen. You got 4 other pairs that also have 5-minute binaries every 5 minutes. Okay, every 5 minutes. So does it really take a whole lot to get just a few ticks of move to get in and grab 20 or 30 bucks and get out? It really doesn't. Can you see what I'm talking about? Now, what does it take to do that, though? Let's talk about that. All right. Like I said, to do that, you can't just randomly go in and buy something for 20 or 25 bucks and hope to make 20 or 25 bucks. You can't just randomly choose something. You have to use a strategy, a system, charts, live data, indicators, and you have to have a strategy or system that's telling you what the market's going to do towards the end of the week, what the last 30 days average has been. No, you're not trading long term, are you? You're not trading into next week. Are you wanting to know what does the daily chart tell me that the market overall is going up today? Is that what you want to know? No, you want to know what is the market doing right now? What is the immediate trend of the market? Because why do I care where the market's going to be at the end of the day? Why do I care where it's going to be in 30 minutes? My binary expires in 5 minutes or less. I don't care about any of that. I need to know what is the immediate right now trend of the market. Okay? Also, another reason why, notice on that chart I showed you a second ago, okay, I'm not using a 10-minute chart or a 20-minute chart or a 5-minute chart. I'm actually on this particular one using a tick chart where it shows me ticks, tick by tick. What is the market doing right this second? Tick, tick, tick. I want to know what's going on right now in the next few minutes. Why do I care what a 10-minute chart's telling me? My binary is expired by then. I need to know short-term, immediate trend. Does that make sense? Everybody follow that. Why we have to have the immediate right now trend. Okay? So you can't just choose some cheapo binary and hope it goes your direction. Okay? You need to look at the immediate current right now trend of the market. And one particular strategy or system that we use is what we call our trend catcher system. Okay? And here's a quick example of it. It was actually the chart I just showed you. Okay. Remember I told you what these squares are. They're showing 5 minutes. So right here you see that green bars means what? Market's going up. Red bars, market went down. Easy enough, right? So Market's coming up, up, up. Then what do we get? We get a red bar. Notice this cyan colored arrow. This is an apex system, yes. Okay, I'll show you where you can get some more information on this. Okay. This is a cyan arrow, which basically is like a, hey, heads up, the market may be going down, which may be a signal to sell a 5-minute binary, right? So cyan arrow pops up, that's more like a, hey, heads up. And if the next bar closes down at a certain level, boom, we get a red arrow. So this cyan arrow is a, hey, heads up, might be a trade. Red arrow is go. And what do you think red means? The market's going where? Down. Right? So what happens? Boom. Market, we get a red arrow down. What happens? 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4. Boom. Scalp. Got it. All right, market's coming down. Wait. Get a cyan heads up arrow. Boom. Market may be going up. Next bar, bam, confirm. Market's going up. Get in. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Heads up, maybe reversing. Down. Boom, boom, boom. Look what happened here. Heads up, maybe reverse. It didn't reverse, did it? Kept going down. I don't really know how easier to explain that. Let me show you on this chart here. I mean, this is from today. Okay? This is from today, 1/4. Right? Heads up, might be going down, going down. Heads up, might be going up, going up. Heads up, might be going down, goes down. You see that? This is an apex system. We call it our trend catcher system. It's designed to show the immediate trend of the market. Okay? It's the immediate trend of the market. All right? Ezra, this is our trend catcher for 5-minute charts. Okay? So to trade 5-minute binaries in a scalping capacity, that's what you need, all right? Whether it's, I'm just showing you how we do it, all right? Some of you may have your own strategy or system, but again, you have to make sure you're not using long-term strategies, all right? You're looking for the immediate, short-term, what is it right now, trend of the market. Okay, you see from earlier this morning, market's coming up, boom, turns around, get in, boom. You've got your scalp before that 5-minute expired. Here, pops up, boom, still going up. You either got your scalp or it expired in the money. Okay, that's euro dollar. One of the other pairs that they offer 5-minute binaries on is the, no, I'm sorry, that was dollar yen. This is euro dollar. Okay, same thing. Market up, market down, market up, whoop, then it turned around, went down. So again, with each one of these bars being 1 tick, we have seen from what I've showed you here, or even just looking live at the demo or at the Nadex platform, doesn't take but just a few ticks to be able to get you that scalp that you're looking for there, 20, 30 bucks. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions on that particular part right there? I'll show you where you can get the information in a minute about the charts and the templates and all that. Okay, we're covering the concept right now. Okay, any questions about that in general right there, needing the immediate quick trend of the market? Okay, well, TZ, on that particular system right here, we'd enter it as soon as this gives me a confirmation arrow saying that the market's going up. Okay. William, that's correct. Yep. If the market's going up and I want to buy, then I'm going to buy. If it's going down, then I want to sell on the bid. Yep, exactly. Okay, this is the buy side, this is the sell side. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, when you get the arrow. Yep, exactly. So now, yes, these can be very, very quick trades. All right, like I said, you have to have a strategy or system. You got to know the current direction of the market, the immediate trend of the market, up or down, up, down. You need the immediate trend. All right, and again, these are quick trades. You're just in and out for a quick $20 or $30 scalp. It's low risk. Like I said, if you're buying something for 25, 30 bucks, and you're looking to make 25 or 30 bucks, all right, you don't need to have a stop loss. You don't, if you're only risking 20 and it goes against you, okay, well, you lost 20. If you won, you would have won 20. All right, you're using a good risk to reward ratio there. Okay, and the closer it gets to expiration, the quicker those will move. You might see that it only takes 1.5 or 2 ticks to get you 20 or 30 bucks when you're closer to expiration, because they can move very, very fast. We just started a new one here. I'll show you in a minute, but they can move a lot faster the closer to expiration. Okay, so let's let me handle a few questions here. All right, where can you get more information here? If you hop on over to our website, to the Apex Investing website, okay, you go right here. Remember, I told you I'd be referencing this. All right, if you go to apexinvesting.com, sign up, get a free username and password. You can get full access to all these videos here. Go to the Binary Essentials tab. Third one down is Trading System Courses. Okay, and right here, 5-minute binary trend catcher course. Okay, that is what I just showed you, is the 5-minute binary trend catcher on the chart. You can go through right here. We have it. This is a complete training course. It's broken down. We'll show you some live trades, talk to you a little bit about 5-minute binaries, show you exactly how to download NinjaTrader, which is the platform I'm using, how to set up the charts, how the indicators work, show you how to find the right binaries, entry and exit rules. It's all right there. Okay. In a nutshell, I mean, you see it all together here. When you put it all together, it's really simple. Okay. But if you want more information about how to set that up and how to, you know, some of the indicators behind it, we don't have time to get into all that tonight, but we already have it all done for you and laid out there if you want to go check that out. Okay. Basically, all those charts I just showed you is exactly laid out step by step right here. Okay. Let's see here. Would you get in if 2 minutes left? If the yeah, Abdul, absolutely. I'd have no problem with that. Okay, even if it's only 2 minutes left, and I've got a indication that it's going. I mean, absolutely, I would have no problem with that. Okay, I mean, as an example, when I put my cursor right here, do you see the timestamp at the bottom? See right there, Abdul, it says 11:08:47. So, I mean, I only had 1 minute and 15 seconds there, right? Well, actually, then it kept going up and kept going up. That might not have been a whole lot of time for me to get my scalp, but it probably would have been. And otherwise, it probably would have expired in the money. Okay, so yeah, I have no problem with that. Would I get in with only like 45 seconds left or less than a minute? No, but I have no problem getting in with only 2 minutes still left. Because if you think about it, look at it like an hourly binary. Okay, well, if it's a 5-minute binary and only got 2 minutes left, 2 minutes is what, 40% of the time still left, right? So on an hourly binary, would I get in it because I only had 20 minutes left or whatever? Yeah, I'd still do it. So I don't have a problem with 2 minutes, okay, personally. You know, especially if I've got the right setup there, I have no issue with that personally, okay? Let's see here. Yeah, check out all those charts there. Otherwise, you can check out right here under this Binary Essentials tab. That'll answer some of that there, Johnson, and show you some ways you can check that out. Walter, on this particular strategy, we don't really do at the money binaries. We do out of the money. But right here under the Trading System Courses, if you check out this one right here, Sharpshooter or Binary Hunter, these other two courses right here are two other systems that we use for 5-minute binaries, okay? And these are not so much scalping as these we do hold till expiration. These are systems that we use to get into 5-minute binaries more like right around 50 bucks, like at the money, and then hold them to expiration, trying to get the full 100 out of them. Okay, so the 5-minute trend catcher is more how to scalp them. These two are more holding to expiration. So it's a little more risk, but also a little more reward, or, check them out. Some people say, oh, I love the scalping because it's so quick and so high pace and I can just boom, boom, boom. Other people say, man, it's a little too fast for my comfort. I like the 5-minute binaries, but it's a little too fast for me. Well, then I would say check out this one right here, sharpshooter. Okay? Very rarely do I trade in the money binaries for 5 minutes. Okay? Yes, William, if you have, that's what the course is there for, is to show you the step-by-step rules and how to set all that up, to follow a system with exact set entry and exit rules to help you be more profitable. Okay? Let's see here. TZ, yep, sometimes they can flip on you. Yep, I mean, when the markets, you see here, boom, great, then right here you see, oh, it went up and then, oh, turned around. Because again, trend catcher's showing you what? The immediate trend of the market. So yeah, in this example on the screen you see here, yep, got into that trade, boom, wins. Got into this trade, boom, wins. Boom, got into that one, that might have been a loss. That's probably a loss right there, right? Or is a loss, because what happened? Well, then the market turned around. So yes, you will have losses. Yes, you can get into something and it can flip on you. Because again, we're talking about the immediate trend of the market. What is it doing right this second? With any strategy or system, yes, you are going to have losses. You are going to have time where the market goes against you. The market can be volatile and go up and down. Okay, and it can go up and down very, very quickly. So, let's see here. Yeah, Susan, there's some information there on 20-minute binaries as well. Okay. So, Michael, to check that out, you can get all that information right here. Okay, as far as how to take advantage of that or check that out, or some trials of that, some of that live charts, you can get all that information right there. Let's see here. So the 5-minute count. Do you enter 2 or 3 ticks high or low, or does not matter? Abdul, 2 or 3 ticks, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that exactly. We're entering when we get the confirmation arrow, okay? And we're looking for about, $20 to $30 kind of risk, okay? Well, with the limit order, you would set it for a dollar amount, okay? Let me see if Nadex has fixed their demo real quick here yet. I know they were updating a second ago. So I can show a quick example of that. Let me see. $0, come on. Let's try this one. Let's see. No, it looks like they're still updating there. So yeah, basically, and something to keep in mind is as soon as you place that order, you want to right away place your take profit order. So if I was to buy this for 49 or 40, see how the price changes pretty quick? If I was to buy it for 43 bucks, boom, I'd immediately want to put in a working order to sell it at 62 or 72, whatever, how much profit I'm going for, because it can move so quick. I don't want to miss it, right? I want to immediately put it in. That way, boom, as soon as it moves, bam. See how quick it moves? So as soon as I get in, I immediately want to sell that. Okay, I can't show how to do that right now because the Nadex platform is down, but it's right here. Okay, when you go through the this course here, it right here, bam, right here, placing orders. How to place the order. This shows you how to place the order and immediately set the take profit. Okay, there's a whole video showing you how to do that right there. Okay. Easy. What is the latest you would enter a trade? Me personally, on that particular system, I want more than a minute and a half. I don't want less than a minute. Let's see here. Sam, if it doesn't have a bid or offer, that means the market's so far away from it that no one's taking that side. Okay. I mean, no one's going to say, okay, I'm going to sell this to say it'll be below this because it's so far below it. No one's going to take the other side of that. that trade. You know what I mean? So, okay, so guys, does that make sense? Does everybody understands what scalping is? We're not holding it to expiration. We're just getting in and out for a quick 20, 30 bucks, grabbing 20, 30 bucks out of the market and walking away. Okay, that's all that scalping is. Whether you're scalping Nadex binaries, whether you're scalping a stock, whether you're scalping a futures contract or Forex, that's all scalping is you're not trying to figure out what is the long term over the full month or next week or even till the end of the day, what is the overall trend going to be, and I want to go in and I want to take advantage of this huge long trend and risk all this money and have to sit in front of the computer and have trades open for a long time. I want to try to make this big trend. No, I'm not trying to do that. You know, like, let me squash this chart here. All right, so this was the whole day today. All right, well, I can try to analyze this, and the market opened up here. Is it going to end up way up here, or is the market going to end up down here for the day? I'm not looking to find that. What is the market doing right now? Right now, it's headed down. So I'm going to get in on that little downtrend, pop some money out of it, get out. Right now, it's going back up. You ever heard people say, or before you got into trading, and you'd hear on the news, right? Well, the market, the Dow Jones went up 200 points today, right? We've all heard that growing up or as kids or like before we knew anything about trading. We'd see that on the paper or hear it on the news or popped up on our Yahoo page. The market went up 200 points today, right? We've all heard that. What did we think in our head? Well, what we thought in our head was, okay, the market opened up right here and it went straight up 200 points. And it closed, and I heard about it on the news, right? That's what we think, right? That, like before we knew anything about trading, okay? Well, actually, let me get rid of something here. Let me put this in a little better perspective. I mean, I know that's what I used to think. I know when I talk to friends of mine, and they're like I have friends all the time that tell me, oh, hey, you must have made great money today. I heard the market went up 200 points. You know what? Half the time, you know what I tell them? I go, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what the market ended up today. You know why? Because I'm not trading that. I couldn't tell you. I can tell you I got some great uptrends and I got some good downtrends and uptrends. But what they're thinking, all they think is, hey, I heard on the news, market went up, market went down. Well, let's look at what happened today. Market was here. Where is it at now? Here. So from 132 to 103. So what is that? 29 pips, right? So let's say you heard on the news today, well, the dollar yen closed what? Up 29 ticks today. Oh, okay. Well, all right, but what would my trading day have been? Did I make money right here on this downtrend when it went down? Did I make money on this downtrend right here when it went down? Did I make money on this downtrend right here when it went down? Yes. Okay, you see what I'm saying there? That's day trading. 90% of day traders that you ask couldn't tell you where the market closed at, how many points compared to where it opened, because they're not looking at that necessarily. They're looking at, especially scalpers, or what is it doing right this second? What is it doing right now? Where can I follow this flow of the market right now? Okay, this is dollar yen. Let's pull up, let's look at euro dollar here. All right, and this may not make much sense to you or why I'm covering this, but here again, perfect example. Let's look here at 9 something this morning. Okay, well, market was way up here, and then where is it at right now? So 0788 compared to 0858, 67, 70 something points, right? Hey, the euro dollar closed down almost 70 ticks today. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, but look, at this point it went up, boom, got my scalp, And here it went up, boom, got my scalp. Probably didn't get that one. Probably got that one. Got that one. It's about the immediate trend of the market. What is it doing right now? With 5-minute binaries, that's what you're looking for. Okay? I know I'm kind of hammering this home, but that's what I'm trying to hammer home to you is you need the immediate move of the market. You're getting in and out real quick. Okay? You're just going with the market. And you're not trying to say, okay, right now it's going down, so I'm going to go down with it as far as I can. Then, oh, it came all the way back up here against me. Well, now I'll get out. Okay, now it's going back down. I want to follow it down. Now it's come back way against me. Oh, no. No. You're just, when it's headed down, you're headed down with it, taking some money out of the market, getting out. When it's going up, you're going up with it, grabbing some bucks and getting out. That's scalping. And that's scalping with 5-minute binaries. Okay? So once again, if you hop on over to apexinvesting.com, go right here to the Binary Essentials tab, go right here to Trading System Courses, right here, 5-minute binary trend catcher course. This will walk you through everything. Okay? This will walk you through charts, indicators, exits, entries, take profits, how, looking at the market, where it ended, everything. Okay? Everything you would need to know. It's all right there for you. Okay? And then once again here under the questions tab, second one down is Trading Questions Forum. Okay? And if you go down right here to watch webinars here, under newest webinars, this is where I'll have this recording up here a little bit later. And for those of you that have any questions about, okay, the basics of binaries, like, hey, that 5-minute binary thing was great, but I need to understand a little more about binaries, okay, watch this one right here, Nadex Binaries 101, okay. All right, guys, that's about it for tonight. Like I said, we didn't have, tonight wasn't about getting into each little strategy and system here and when to enter and which indicators. That's all right there for you. You can watch all that step by step in detail. I don't want to drag this out too long. Just wanted to get across to you the power of scalping. What is scalping? How I can scalp 5-minute binaries. And again, some people say, oh, 5-minute binaries are too fast for me, but some people love them. It's just boom, boom, boom. All right, you've got 4 different instruments every 5 minutes just firing off. You can do, you know, if you're part-time and you're trading in the morning, if you're trading over lunchtime at work, or if you don't have a lot of time at night after work, 5-minute binaries are great there. Okay, so I'll get this recording up. Otherwise, check out that step-by-step training course. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact us over at apexinvesting.com. You can hit us up over here on the live chat if we're on that. Otherwise, under the questions tab, right here, you can submit a help desk ticket. Ask us any questions you want. We'll direct you to the right system or strategy or forum post or video or anything we can do to help you out there. Okay? And otherwise, join us. Like I said, we do these webinars for Nadex every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? Dan, you will need, if you go right here into the Trading Questions Forum, right here, let me see if I can find it. Right here. If you type in Mac, Mac for traders. Okay, that'll answer all your questions about Mac there. Okay, and a few options. Because with Ninja, yeah, you really do need a PC, but that'll go through right there and kind of walk you through pros and cons, different things there, different options there for you if you're a Mac user. Okay. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Join us again next Monday night at 7 p.m. If you have any other questions, hit us up over here on the Apex site, and I will let you run for tonight. Thanks so much for all your interaction and questions. It's good stuff. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you next week. I appreciate it. All right, you too, guys. Thank you so much.